Africa, from the east to the west and to the north of Africa, but most especially to all of you in Ambazonia and the refugees in Nigeria, those of you in Europe, in Asia, in Canada, in North America, and of course the continent South America. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Our resolve is on test. Our resolve is on test on ground zero. And I guess all of you know what I am talking about at this moment. I am talking about a football tournament that is being forced upon us, not just by La République du Cameroon. I will say by all of Africa, the African Union, because you must know that CAF, the Confederation of African Football, is an integral part of the organization so-called the African Union. They are the ones we are having to face up with in Ambazonia, in the southern Cameroons. And that is why I say our resolve is under test. And this is one battle. This is one battle, ladies and gentlemen, that we cannot afford to lose. We cannot afford to lose this battle to La République du Cameroon. And I must start by giving thanks, utmost thanks, to every Ambazonia restoration fighter out there, especially those of you who are battling it out there in Tico, in Motengene, in Boya, in Victoria. You are the most courageous that we have seen out recently. God bless you all, and may He continue to protect you and deliver you out from every battle you engage yourself in. Ladies and gentlemen, I need to see the numbers jumping up. Tonight, I got a number of things to bring to you here. Number one, we hear what the colonial mayor of Bamenda in Bamenda is trying to do over there. I will be bringing you that news, and also we will be talking about the Mawutu massacre. I am hoping that somebody is going to join me on ground zero. I don't want to mention the name, at least for now. Will join me from ground zero and give us a little graphic picture of what took place on Sunday, the 10th of January, when French Cameroon terrorist soldiers descended on civilians and gunned them down. And of course, they are now, like in Garabu, like in the Kumbasku massacres, they are refuting their involvement. But we will come to that. And of course, my sister was released from Kondenge. We're going to be talking a little bit about that just for informational purposes. Not much to talk about that, because you ought not to have been there in the first place. So please go ahead and you hit your share button. Of course, I'll be talking about the lockdown that is just days ahead. Now, let me be very, very, very clear here. This lockdown is coming up only for FACO, not in all of Ambazonia, not even in Bamenda, because we've had a lot of calls of people asking, is there going to be a lockdown in Bamenda at the weekend? No. We have not yet declared a lockdown in Bamenda. The regular ghost towns goes on. No lockdown yet announced for Bamenda. So if you are in Bamenda, please take note of this. The lockdown we have declared at this moment is restricted to the entire FACO, that is Victoria, Tico, Motengene, Boya, Munya, Moyoka, Ekona, all those areas, or everywhere inside FACO. Ladies and gentlemen, I need to see the numbers jumping. They are trying to jump, but I can see they are jumping. So please, if you are just joining, go ahead and hit your share button. But above all, I will be bringing you my monologue, which I consider very, very critical at this moment, and for the African nations who have descended on Ambazonia in the name of this so-called African Championship Tournament. They are there as uninvited guests. Again, these countries are there as uninvited guests because the southern Cameroon's Ambazonia isn't party to this so-called Chan or CAF in that matter. So I'm bringing you a monologue on that. And I cannot forget to mention our one and only honorable Daniel Cool, who left us just a few days ago. I'm going to be saying something about that. So please go ahead. If you have just joined this platform, go ahead and you hit your share button. Go ahead and you hit your share button. And for a long time, I haven't opened the phone lines, but today I will do my best to open the phone lines. But I will also be joined by the one and only Reverend Asong, who is the security chief for FACO. And ladies and gentlemen, I think she's doing a tremendous job. What we see going on the ground in FACO, in all of FACO, don't mind about all those other folks out there claiming everything that is done on the ground. Ignore them. They are thieves, robbers, who are coming out to claim everything that happens on the ground. And you know what they are trying to do? They want to claim that they are the ones behind it so they can come back to you and say, give us money, we can do more, we need more equipment, just give us more money. Don't give a dime to anybody who says he is having troops in FACO or anywhere in that matter in ground zero, because they are the ones kidnapping your brothers and your sisters on ground zero. And besides, we have banned every warlord. We have banned this mentality of people forming their own army or wanting to form their own armies on ground zero. And so every credit of what we see going on the ground should be attributed, ladies and gentlemen, to the FACO Ambazonia restoration fighters. That is where all the tribute goes. And Reverend Asong is very much behind that. And I will be bringing her here to tell us exactly what is going on in FACO. So please, again, I need to see you hitting your share button as you join. I need to see you hitting your share button, ladies and gentlemen, as you join. And as you do so, I will go ahead and bring you my monologue, talking point for today. Please keep on hitting that share button. We must hit 1,500 people on this live show today. Please do so. Okay, you do so while I bring you my monologue, which I title, Our Resolve is Under Scrutiny. Our resolve is under scrutiny. Fellow Ambazonians, once more, good evening. It's been about 4 years since we took back our country and restored our independence from annexationist and expansionist La République du Cameroon on November 22nd, 2017. We have fought so many battles in the course of 4 years. We won many of them and lost some too. But at this moment, we are faced with one of the gravest of those battles, one that could decide the fate of our entire struggle for freedom. This gravest of battles is disguised in the so-called African Champions Tournament, slated for our port city of Limbe, or Victoria as we call it, for Tuesday the 19th of this month. This latest one, ladies and gentlemen, is a battle we must win. We cannot afford anything less than a sound victory. The implications of losing it will not be good. We are at that moment when pregnant women walk into the labor room to deliver. It is always a very trying and painful moment, and so it is ours. Our resolve to defend and to uphold the avowed sovereignty of our country, the Republic of Ambazonia, is under a test. What we do at this moment, ladies and gentlemen, with the challenge that we face, is what I believe will finally communicate to the international community the level of our fortitude, our determination as a people to defend and control our territory against the ever-encroaching appetite of La République du Cameroon to keep us as their colony and slaves. But before I probe into this matter, please allow me a moment on behalf of this interim government to pay homage, special homage to our patriot who decided to rush home early to be with our ancestors this week. I'm talking about the one and only Honorable Daniel Ketu Teko. We call him Honorable Daniel Cool. All right. Honorable Daniel Cool, ladies and gentlemen, was so devoted. He worked really hard. Like you and I, they live in hope. He lived in hope and in faith, hoping that when finally the roll is called in Boya, he did be among those to answer yes. But unfortunately, it isn't going to be so. Honorable Daniel Cool, a title he gave himself in the service of Ambazonia, was indeed someone I knew personally. About a year ago, he got appointed Ambazonia's ambassador to the United Nations in New York. Like most patriots in this struggle, Honorable Daniel Cool sacrificed his time, his money, and immeasurable service for the mission and for our cause. In short, he was our man in New York, and a very efficient one in that matter. He knocked almost every door that mattered at the United Nations Plaza in New York, petitioning those who opened their doors to help Ambazonia. It is quite unfortunate and so sad that he shall not be in Boya to witness the final raising of our flag and the hugs and embraces of the heroes and the patriots like him who made it happen. Danny Cool was found dead in his Brooklyn apartment in New York on the 11th of February. The cause of death is not yet known, as the autopsy report from medical examiners is not yet available. Once more, the President, Dr. Samuel Ikomesako, and all of the interim government offer deep condolences to the family of Honorable Daniel Cool. We wish you a good night, sir. When it is daybreak, we will certainly see again. In the meantime, while you are there, please extend our love to Dr. Foncha, to Dr. EML Indele, Augustine Jua, Molali Tumbe, Pa Ayamba, Justice Ebong, and others who went home early. Ambazonia will make sure your sacrifice and labor doesn't go in vain. Now, back to the subject of this African Championship tournament, ladies and gentlemen, being forced upon our territory by La République du Cameroon. Fellow Ambazonians, we have heard it. The President has said it. It is our match to win, not that of La République du Cameroon. This tournament is a test of our resolve or our determination to fend off La République du Cameroon from forcing any event in our territory. It is a test of our resolve to control our territory. We are against this tournament for two reasons. Number one, the southern Cameroon's Ambazonia is not part of La République du Cameroon, and so they have no legal right to impunitively host an international tournament in our country or territory. Secondly, the Southern Cameroons isn't a party to CAF, the Confederation for African Football. We are therefore not under, listen to me carefully, we are not under any obligation to host any CAF matches in Ambazonia. And I must add that we are also opposed to these matches or tournament because of the silence, the dead silence of the African Union, to which CAF is an integral part, for our role in fostering the ambitions and the genocide being carried out by La République du Cameroon against our people. The African Union has remained very adamant but also very complicit to the genocidal crimes that La République du Cameroon continues to unleash on our people. To choose to remain silent but cooperating with our enemy to keep 8 million of us under perpetual bondage and slavery is an act of complicity in the crimes resulting from the act. To maintain this level of silence, ladies and gentlemen, but choosing to support Cameroon host their CHAN tournament in our territory is a mockery. It's a mockery of our collective resolve, and we must leave no stone unturned to make sure the victory in this particular battle is none but ours. Cameroon and the AU hope to tell the world, should they successfully host this tournament in our country, that only a handful of Ambazonians are provoking trouble. They will say that there is only a small pocket of resistance in the southern Cameroons. In fact, they would want the world to believe that the problem is only up in Bamenda, right? That everything else in every other part of Ambazonia is fine. We must deny them this message and in its place demonstrate, ladies and gentlemen, demonstrate to the world our ability and strength to decide and to control what goes on in our territory. The way we do this is by treating any foreign country, their players, their officials and their fans who trespass into our territory for this competition as enablers of the genocide that is ongoing against our people. We do not have any security guarantees for them, being that ours is a war zone. Ambazonia Restoration Forces will be at liberty to target any foreigners who have no reason whatsoever to be in Ambazonia at this time. The interim government and the Ambazonia coalition team have made their intention known to the participating countries of Zambia, Tanzania, Namibia, Guinea, Togo, and Rwanda, that they are not welcome to Ambazonia, as Ambazonia remains a war zone. If these countries, however, think that Cameroon is capable of providing them with enough security, then we encourage them to show up. Let me also speak to the president of FIFA, whom we learn is currently in La République du Cameroon. If you love your life, sir, please stay in Yaoundé and Douala. Do not set foot in Ambazonia. Not even you shall be spared should you set foot on Ambazonian soil. Because of the security situation, there are a number of safety measures we would like the people in Fako and in Meme to know. Number one, please stay off the interurban or intercity buses. Stay off the interurban and intercity buses. Do not take or board any one of them to anywhere whatsoever. Stay off of them. Number two, know who your neighbors are. Ladies and gentlemen, know who your neighbors are. Be very, very vigilant and security conscious as La République du Cameroon soldiers have disguised and are living in your neighborhoods, to monitor your activities, to find any new or strange persons in your neighborhood, forward their description or the description of the persons. Forward the description of the person to the interim government or to the AMBAZONIA restoration forces with the description of the house in which you find them and the name of the street you find them, or in other words, the address of the street. Forward all the information to the interim government or to the restoration forces. Again, I will have to repeat this because this is very, very important, ladies and gentlemen. Again, for you in FACO in particular, you've got to be very, very security conscious. La République du Cameroon terrorist soldiers are disguising as civilians and living in your quarters. Anywhere you live, make sure you know your neighbors. If you find people beginning to move into your quarter, people you have not known for the years you've lived there, people you have not seen for the years you've lived there, please forward the information with the address of the house, the street names, and the house address. Forward it to the interim government. And of course also to the AMBAZONIA restoration forces. This is very, very important. We have received information that French Cameroon soldiers are disguised and living in quarters, every quarter in that matter, in Boya, in Mutengene, in Munya, in Victoria, in Tico. Please send us information when you suspect new people moving into your quarters, people that you cannot determine where they are coming from. We need the street name, we need the house description, we need to know exactly where they are so we can smoke them out of those places. Number three, stock food and drinks and medications at home. And again, this is very important. I am speaking here to the people of FACO in regards to the lockdown. Stock food and drinks and medications in your homes. There is no lockdown in Bamenda. There is no lockdown in any part of AMBAZONIA, at least not for now. But the regular Monday ghost towns will continue, of course. But for FACO, we have declared lockdown. And we are saying, watch out, be security conscious in your neighborhood. Number two, make sure you have enough food and water and medical provisions in your homes. This is very, very important. Number three, avoid, if you are in FACO, please avoid any hotels. Avoid any hotels and beer parlors or gatherings of more than 10 people. Avoid it. Keep your children home. Keep your children home. If you live close to any football stadium in Victoria and in Boya, again, if you live close to any football stadium, be it in Boya or Victoria, please, we advise you to temporarily, just temporarily pack out to somewhere else before Monday the 18th. Before Monday the 18th. Lockdown is being declared for all of FACO County only for a number of days. The days which I will be bringing to you right here. Lockdown is being declared only for FACO County and only for certain days that I will be bringing to you here. And again, the lockdown targets only specific dates. They are Tuesday, Tuesday, the 19th of January, the 23rd of January, the 26th of January, and the 27th and the 27th of January. Again, you have Tuesday the 19th, the 23rd, the 26th, and the 27th. These days only would be considered lockdown days in FACO. But you've listened to my previous instruction. I would go back to them and make them very, very clear. Please be very, very security conscious. That is number one. Number two, know who is living in your neighborhood. You find new people moving into your neighborhood, people you haven't seen in the past year since you lived there. Please send or forward that information to the interim government. You know the phone number here. Forward that information to the interim government or to the Ambazonia restoration fighters. We want you, all of you out there in FACO. You cannot all carry guns to defend Ambazonia, but you can serve as an intelligence agent for this struggle, and particularly at this time when we chase out French Cameroon invitees from our territory. So please forward that information to the interim government or to the Ambazonia restoration forces. What this lockdown forbids is any form of movement, and any form of business. That means on Tuesday the 19th, on the 23rd, on the 26th, and on the 27th, you cannot afford to move, to leave your home to anywhere. Not at all. Not in FACO County. You stay home and your businesses will remain shut down. Please, your businesses will remain shut down. This is very, very crucial, ladies and gentlemen, and this is what I mean. This is what I mean by denying La République du Cameroon the message they hope to transmit to the international community in hosting these competitions in our territory. They would want the world to believe this thing is over. We've taken control of the crisis, as they call it. In the first place, we do not consider this a crisis. A crisis is an internal situation. But this is a conflict, ladies and gentlemen. A conflict between two countries, the Federal Republic of Ambazonia and, of course, La République du Cameroon. This is what it's all about. And when they continue to call it a crisis, that is the reason they do not want international mediation, because why would they need international mediation if they consider this a crisis? It means if it is a crisis, they have to take care of it in-house. In-house. That is what we must deny them. That is the message. We must deny them. And so everybody out there, from Moyoka down to Tico and to Victoria, we must do everything. You must play your part, play your role to make sure we deny La République du Cameroon this message. It is very, very critical, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot emphasize this enough. This is the test of our resolve. We have never, ever been tested this way since the beginning of this struggle in 2016. What La République is trying to do is to avoid any form of international negotiation, because should they succeed to host these matches in Victoria, they will tell the world they have control of their country. It is not their country, you know that. It is our country. It is Ambazonia. It is not La République du Cameroon. It is not Cameroon. It is the southern Cameroons, Ambazonia, and so we must do everything to take victory home. And let me speak to you out there, the Ambazonia restoration forces who have put your lives on the line to defend Ambazonia at this time. Listen to me. I promise you, we have seen what you are capable of doing out there in Victoria, in Boya, in Tiko, in Mutengene, in Moyokai, in Ekona, in Muya. We have seen what you are able to do. And I can promise you, when we have stopped this competition, those equipment that you need in FACO, I promise you that money will come out. And I want every Ambazonian out there to partner with me. Let us put the right equipment into the hands of our fighters in FACO. We will launch that campaign right after this La République du Cameroon expedition is over. But this is a promise. I am making in a one good way. Patriots, Ambazonian patriots out there who love what they see in FACO, to please resolve in your mind to stand with me. Let us raise funds that put the right equipment into our fighters in FACO. This is very important, ladies and gentlemen. Those boys, I saw this image coming out of Victoria. Where is that image? I saw this image coming out of Victoria, the image where, I can't find that image here, the image where a truck, a brasserie truck is burnt down, where they burnt down a brasserie truck. And I felt in my heart, they don't need to go close. Those boys do not even need to go close to that truck to cause havoc to it, to tear it down. If they had the right equipment, they could stay kilometers away and target those La République terrorists in our territory. That is the kind of equipment those boys in FACO they need in their hands. If anybody ever doubted them, I think they have proven to us in the last 2 days they are up to the task. They are up to the task. I am joined, ladies and gentlemen, by the one and only Reverend Asong, who happens to be the security chief for FACO. And I must say, Reverend Asong, I want to thank you. You are doing a fabulous job out there. Prior to these events of the last 2 days, I received messages upon messages of people very concerned of what was happening on the ground. They were very impatient because they thought something ought to have been taking place on the ground. But up to the last 2 days, nothing was going on. And again, I received tons of messages saying, Secretary Chris, where is the interim government? What is the interim government doing? What are they waiting for to stop this nonsense here, so-called CHAM tournament? So, Reverend Asong, I hope you can get me. It's a pleasure to have you, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Thank you very much, Secretary Chris. God bless you. Thanks for having me. Can you hear me?
I can hear you 5 on 5.
That's good. I'm so glad to be here, and I want to greet all the Ambazonians and the area for the marvelous job they are doing down there in FACO County. I want to assure all the Ambazonians that do not panic. We are going to change the game on the ground in FACO County. That you can be rest assured. We are going to make FACO ungovernable like what the BLM is. So thank you very much, Secretary Chris.
Thank you. I'm sure you are, of course, you are the security chief there, and you have been following up events. For the past 2 days in FACO. I see some other groups. I read something that Barita put out there naming a number of groups that were, as he put it, jointly responsible for what is going on the defense of our territory in FACO. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, I dispute every account there, because let me say this. I knew days to what was going, I knew days prior to whatever was going to take place on the ground. And I knew some of their locations. And I knew that only to be sure who was responsible, who was in those targets. And so when people wake me up in the night and telling me, oh, we did this, we did that, and some are writing and giving names of different forces responsible for it, I just laugh. But the funny thing is, these guys are just warlords who are out for a publicity stunt to use it to raise funds. Reverend Nelson, tell our audience what is going on.
Thank you very much. Sometimes, when people fail to deliver and then they see a strong woman with her team trying to change the game on the ground, that's when you see them trying to wake up from their sleep. So, but we are not moved by that. The Ambazonians that know what FACO used to be, they will know. We don't need to fight with anybody. We just need to tell Ambazonians that a team of new sheriffs are in FACO County, and these sheriffs are not playing. They mean real business. They are very organized. They are very focused. My team, we are very, 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 very focused. We are bent on making sure that this match does not hold. If you guys can be honest to yourself, you will know that for the past years, events have been going on in FACO smoothly. But now that we are in charge, all those events, Mountain Race, 11 February, Women's Day, we are going to put an end to it. That's why you see what is happening is happening. We are in the States, some people are in Europe, so by the time we get up, they have already claimed victory. We have placed our fighters all over FACO County, and we are going to make it ungovernable. I can assure Ambazonians that all those boys need in FACO to change the game is materials. And you have the right.
Reverend Asson, it appears you are a little farther from your microphone. Can you get close?
It's for us to equip those boys and change the game on the ground.
Reverend Asson, can you hear me? If you can hear me, I think you are farther from your microphone and your voice is very tiny. Get it a little closer to you, please.
Can you hear me now?
That is better, absolutely better. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
So what I was telling them is that they don't have to be deceived by people who are not able to change the game on the ground in FACO County. They have to understand that there are new sheriffs in town in FACO that are changing the game on the ground. And these new sheriffs are very focused, very determined, and very committed. The sheriffs I'm talking about are the FACO security team. We are very, very focused, and we have wonderful fighters who were very reluctant because they did not have equipment. The draft money has really helped them. We have been able to acquire materials for them. That's why you see what is happening now is happening. And I can show you guys that if we have the rightful materials, all those colonial interests, properties, and everything that is dragging them to stay there will be brought down. That is an assurance. So even after the cut, we are going to make sure that 11 February that has been going on for the past years in FACO, it will not happen under our leadership. The mountain race that have been going on in FACO for the past years, it will not go on under our leadership. The Women's Day that have been going on in the month of March, it will not happen in our leadership. The Labor Day that has been going on, it will not happen in our leadership. I can assure you guys that with all confidence, because I have wonderful security chiefs in all the 5 LGAs. They are doing wonderful. The fighters are very ready. They are very determined. Please just contribute for us to have the rightful materials, and the game will change drastically. Don't worry about those distractors. We are in charge. Thank you.
Now, if I may ask you, Do our boys have enough right now to carry them through the mountain race that you are talking about? Because you have 11 February just by the corner, and that is another one important event. We have ever since revoked its celebration in our country, but it is right by the corner. And you also have the mountain race. When is the mountain race? Is it February 2nd?
Yeah, the mountain race is immediately after the 11th February. I think it's the 13th or the 14th. Whatever the date is in February. We are ready, but we need materials.
But you are sure that what you have right now can our boys are very comfortable with it?
What we have right now is going to sustain them for this can, because remember, those things were for just to make the whole place ungovernable. Now with this can, there was no budget for this, so we are using what was reserved to make the place ungovernable, to make sure that we stop this can by all possible means. So after the can, it's obvious that we will need finances to replace what we are using now.
We are going to take care of that. All we need is victory. Victory denied. La République du Cameroon. If those boys if FACO can deny La République victory, I bet you Ambazonians will raise funds for whatever equipment FACO needs within minutes when I get on this set here, when it's all said and done. But tell me, what is the level of their morale? I mean, these boys who are defending Ambazonia in FACO, what is the level of their morale?
Their morale is very high, and they look at this canned football like a provocation to them. After being in the bush for all these years, and La République think they can use this chant to frustrate their effort, a lot of them are very aggressive, and they are really determined that whatever have to happen with them, they don't care. But they're going to make sure that this can does not hold. That's why you see them doing activities even in the morning, during the day, and at night. We are going to be on top of the game 24/7. You guys just put your ears and watch from social media, you will get the result. We are not playing. We are very serious.
Now, what are you hearing from Ambazonians in FACO, I mean civilians on the ground? We know that, as I said in my monologue, there has been infiltration of every quarter by Cameroon military in Boya, in Tico, in everywhere. What are you hearing from civilians there?
Secretary Chris, you're a little bit far from your mic.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, so I was asking, we are hearing of this military infiltration in every quarter in Boya, Tico, Motengene, Victoria. What are you hearing from people on the ground?
Well, the people are just who they are. They are scared, but we just try to assure them that it's a game. La République is playing the game of the mind. It's trying to put fear in the lives of the civilians so they can go against the Amber Boys. So what we are doing is we are trying to talk to those waterheads and those chiefs to encourage them that they should stand still, they should be focused. We cannot afford to let go this struggle. And the boys are also giving them assurance that nothing will happen to them. So what La République is doing is intimidation, and it's playing with the mind of the ARF. But the ARF already, they know their strategies and they are okay. They are not worried about them. But the problem now is the Kale that La République is so desperate and confused that they are going from one house to the other. Instead of looking for Amber Boys, they are looking for civilians. That means the war is against them or is above them. So Amber Boys have defeated La République. That is for sure, because Amber Boys are not going after civilians, but they are going after civilians. So it's a disgrace to La République.
Now, I must ask you this. What does it look like to be a woman security chief? You are essentially a commander of a battalion in Fako. How does it feel?
It feels so good to be a commander. You know, Secretary Chris, military runs in my family. My younger ones, my elder ones are in the military. So it's just like it's part of me. And I like to really see things work and successfully. And I think I gathered that courage when I was working with the BLM people. I saw the encouragement from the men lifting me up, and FM even gave me a title, Mafuancho, and that really boosted my morale and gave me a lot of courage. And with the way the BLM is very successful, I believe that I have gathered a lot of momentum and a lot of experience from that part of the county, and I'm bringing it on board. And I've read history books too. I've read revolutionary women that were involved in wars. I saw that a lot of them did great, even though men always try to suppress them, but they still hold their ground. So whatever is happening, I'm up to the task.
Are there any men suppressing you?
Of course, those that have refused to let go are trying to pick fight with me, but that is okay. I'm up to the task.
That is good to hear. But you know that eyes are on you right now. You make it out of this so-called African Championship tournament. You make it out of it with victory for Ambazonia. I can assure you, Ambazonia will have a special place for you. Now, tell me, we have declared lockdown for Victoria. For Fako, all of Fako, beginning Tuesday, the 19th. Now, the lockdown is only for Tuesday, the 19th. There is no lockdown on the 20th. No lockdown on the 21st, the 23rd, there is a lockdown, 24th, no lockdown, 25th, no lockdown, 26th, lockdown, 27th, lockdown. What are you hearing about this lockdown from ground zero? From Fako in particular?
Well, the boys were not happy with it, but I had to tell them. They say that it will be like distractions, and then but I had to encourage them that they should not worry about the lockdown. It's because of their brothers and sisters and those mothers that died, and that's why the lockdown is very necessary, but it will not stop whatever we had in place. So the activities is for 2 weeks. So we are go ahead, sorry.
I hope they understand. And people out there understand. Lockdown isn't to stop French Cameroon from playing their matches. No, that is not the intention of this lockdown. These lockdowns are for security reasons. We do not want civilians stepping out on the days of these matches, which are the 19th, the 23rd, the 26th and the 27th. We do not want civilians going out and being caught in between bullets from La République du Cameroon terrorists and Ambazonia restoration fighters. You know that Cameroon won't mind taking these marches to empty stadiums and hosting them, and then telling the world we had to do this because COVID-19 is here. After all, they see matches being played in Europe in huge empty stadia, right? So lockdowns are not meant to stop the matches. Lockdowns are meant to secure our civilian population, to keep them away from harm's way. Do they understand this?
Yes, I think they understand now, because Last night, early this morning, I was just trying to explain to a lot of them and telling them that should really not bring down their morale. They should just go about their business. You know, Victoria is not a place where you can just maneuver carelessly. All of these areas are all in the city, in the center of the town. So I can understand where they were coming from, but I just told them that as a soldier, no matter what, you can always maneuver your way and still do whatever you have to do. So we have our plans on how we operate differently from what we had before. So I think everything is fine now.
That is very good. That is very good. And again, I really hope that the civilian population in all of FACO take note of this. I mentioned in my monologue, nobody wants to enter any interurban or intercity buses. You saw what happened that was in Likomba, right, Tico?
Likomba, yes.
Yes, Likomba. Tico, you saw what happened there today. Nobody wants to be in any of those buses. You have to go out, you have to travel, use your private car, or use this what they call clandos or taxis. Use them. Do not use any bus, any type of bus. Do not take any type of bus. Use your private cars, use clandos, use taxis, wherever that you plan on going. So, Reverend Nelson, before you go, paint the picture. Promise every Ambazonian that this thing is going to be a win. This is going to be a battle that we win and take to the bank.
Well, I want to thank those Ambazonians that have reached out to support financially, but I want to also plead with them that we need more resources in FACO. You all know how FACO is. We really need, if you guys really want us to make FACO like LeBLM, please, we really need your finances to get those rightful materials. We have our reliable source of supply, so don't doubt, don't be afraid. Reverend, as long as concerned, transparency, you can guarantee that your money will not go in vain. I have records of everything that I'm about to give to these guys. I have my receipt in place. So even if you give us $100,000, we will make sure those guys are well equipped, and you will see the dynamic on the ground will change drastically. But for this CHAN football, I want to tell you guys that Lefangse and Asungani is at work. So nobody can play with that. Just have confidence. You see, I'm not even worried. I'm not moved. When I see people writing, oh, what is FACO? What is happening? I'm not bothered because I know we have put our strategies, my team and myself and the FACO chairman, we are working day and night. We are talking to these boys on a daily basis, sometimes midnight, we are not sleeping. So Ambazonians, don't worry, nothing will happen. Once Revenazon is concerned, you can know that nothing will happen. That match will not go. We will kill anything we see that try to trespass. We have given them enough warning, and I think a word to a wise is sufficient, and if they don't get it, that is their business. If we catch you in a hotel, petrol station, anywhere, just loitering around, we really don't care now. It's war is war. It's a new sheriff team in town in FACO, and these sheriffs are not playing. From Moyoka, Boya, Edinau, Tiko, Mutengene, Victoria, we are very prepared. You guys will see the game. The entire FACO will change. It's not a joke. You guys are already seeing it. So more, wait for more. You will hear more. Thank you very much.
Reverend Asson, I can tell you, I'm looking at social media and I see the money ready to fly in. I'm reading Dr. Patience Abidu promising. She says, I think I lost that, but she says, if CHAN does not take place in Victoria, she will express in $500. Express in $500. And I can see so many people out there with promises with promises for this. So you got a challenge in your pocket. You got a challenge in your pocket or with you. So listen, I really want to pray that this happens. I really want to pray that this happens. We all want to see this happen. I just hope that your boys are listening to us and they are determined to make us proud and make Ambazonia proud. I give you the last word.
Thank you very much. And I want to say that congratulations to all the ARF in Fako County. The Lord is your strength. The Lord will give you guys wisdom, the spirit of boldness and courage to overcome all the enemies in the land. And I pray that God will strengthen you guys. You will not go weary. We love you all. Stay focused. Don't be distracted. We are together and God is the final say. So don't worry. Whatever you guys need, you will have them now because we have new leadership. All of you, all the camps, we have the materials that all of you need. The game must change in Fako County. Thank you very much. God bless you, Ambazonians. Stay focused. Don't be moved. No matter the tricks, La Republic try to bring small events to distract. All those events is just to know how ready the Ambazonians are. You see, like what they were saying about the protest, the fashion show, and things like that. Our boys went there, paraded the whole of Boya. We could not locate the place. So I don't know if the weather
disappeared with the fashion show, I guess. Did it actually take place finally anywhere?
No. It was supposed to take place at La Forêt around the mall. They were scared of Amber. I let that they moved to Moliko. They went to Moliko. They moved to somewhere else. So the boys went around town and they couldn't find where it took place. So please, Ambazonians, know that Reverend Asong and her team, we are very, very cautious. We know in and out in Boya and Victoria and Tico and Moyoka. So we know they cannot, there is nothing that they can do. All those things are just propaganda, distractions. So don't move by those things. What you guys can do is for you civilians on the ground, maybe if you know where it is hidden or where they are hiddenly doing it, you can let us know that they are hiddenly doing this thing in the military camp so we can visit them with a fancy there. And then they will know that the real dynamic has changed in Fako. So I want to assure Ambazonians that Fako is going to be ungovernable. We don't care what people say. The leadership in Fako now is a different ball game. Things must change for good. This struggle, Fako is the final bus stop. And if we make it ungovernable, then the war is over. So you guys should have faith, stay strong, stay focused. I want to thank all the Fako executives, all the Fako members, the security chiefs of Fako. Your place day, 21 guns salute for una, for all una efforts and everything una they do. The fighters in Moyoka, the fighters in Boya, the fighters in Tico, the fighters in Mutengene, the fighters in Edinau, the fighters in Victoria. 21 gun salute for all of you. We love you all. God bless you. Stay strong, stay focused, maintain your various positions and your target. Let nobody distract you of our target. We have to stay focused. Thank you. Take care. God bless you.
Thank you. Before you go, one last question. Somebody will see you with your title of a reverend and be wondering, do you carry both the gun and the Bible, or how do you do that?
Oh, yes. You see, that's what some people miss to understand, because if you see people like in the days of David and Goliath, you read the Bible, you see how Deborah was judging people, sentencing them. Deborah was a woman married and had children, but God decided to call her and use her to discipline the men of Israelite when they were going out of control. So there is nothing like Bible or this, because the war started in the Bible. So God knew that at the appointed time, he will use certain people to change games in certain situations.
Thank you, Reverend Asong. It was a pleasure having you, ma'am. We'll look forward to victory reports coming from Victoria by January 19. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Secretary Chris. God bless you, Ambazonians. We love you all. Fako County Security love you. Stay focused, stay strong. Fako Chairman, your place day. Vice Chair, your place day. Executive, your place day. Una place them day. Una stay strong. We love you guys. Stay focused. Don't be distracted. We are going to stop this march. Don't be moved. They have sent 600 troops. We are not afraid of the numbers.
Yeah, talking about troops, do we have any idea of how many troops have been sent into Fako? Because I was reading a report yesterday of La République pulling their, I think almost all of their troops out of Bui, Kumbo. Do we know? Because I suppose they are pulling those troops from everywhere now into Fako. Any idea the number of troops they have brought into Fako?
So far, they sent 600, and yesterday they sent 4 trucks with 170-seater troops going towards my 4, but we are ready for them. You see, David said that who is this uncircumcised Philistine threatening our people? So La République is just circumcised. They are uncircumcised, so they cannot move us. We are going to bring them down. That's just period.
All right. Thank you for showing up, Reverend Asong. Wish you all the best.
Thank you. God bless you. We love you all. Goodbye.
All right. That was Reverend Christina Asong, ladies and gentlemen, one strong Amber woman, carrying the Bible and carrying the gun and defending Ambazonia. We look forward to victory coming out of Victoria Tuesday the 19th. And we are looking forward to our boys doing more exploits in Fako in the coming nights, days, and whatever you can count them. But let me get on to onto another subject here. I did a presentation on the passing of our comrade, the Honorable Daniel, who passed a few days ago in New York. I just thought I should bring you some images of him so you can take a look of the person we are referring to on your screen. This event, you can see Honorable Daniel with a cowboy cap. The image is that is missing him. That is missing the image there. That is him with a cowboy cap, dressed in white, doing his work for Ambazonia. That was one of our rallies in New York. Every rally, ladies and gentlemen, you heard in New York, those rallies were organized by Honorable Daniel, the man you find with a cowboy's cap in this image. That is Honorable Danny Koo, our comrade who went home to be with the Lord. We will really miss him. We will really miss him. May God bless him. May God reward him. And let's hope that God will see all of us who are still left through to the end of this struggle. All right, now let me talk about Bamenda. And after I talk about Bamenda, I will be opening the phone lines. And when I open the phone lines, make sure before you call, you shut down your television set before you make your call. Make sure you shut down your television set before you make your call. But before I get there, I just want to bring an update, something that is happening in Bamenda. We have been reliably informed that the mayor of Bamendankwe, ladies and gentlemen, the mayor of Bamendankwe is forcing civil servants, to walk to their offices on Sundays, pass the night in their offices, so they can work on Monday, which is supposed to be our ghost town days. This is what is happening in Bamenda, especially in Bamenda 1. Now, I have learned of some good things that this mayor of Bamenda 1 has been doing. People praise him and they thank him for some good service. But we have learned that lately, the mayor of Bamendankwe has come under pressure from the divisional officer and senior divisional officer for Maison, the colonial divisional officers for Maison. The mayor has come under pressure from them to get civil servants, council workers or county workers coming to work. And so county workers in Bamendankwe, they call it Bamenda 1 local government, they are instructed to go to their offices on Sunday night, sleep in their offices, and work there Monday before going home. Now, this is coming due to pressure, we have learned, from the DO and the SDO for Maison. The mayor is mounting pressure, also mounting pressure. Listen to me carefully. The mayor of Bamenda 1, they call it Bamendankwe. The mayor is also known to be mounting pressure on quarter chiefs, on quarter heads, to disclose the hideout of Ambazonia restoration fighters. This is what is going on. The mayor of Bamendankwe or Bamenda 1 putting pressure on quarter heads to disclose the hideout of Ambazonia restoration fighters. But not all of this, not all of this, the mayor's office is also housing the mayor of Bamendankwe or Bamenda 1. His offices are also housing the mayor of Bafut, and the mayor of Batibo. We have learned that he is there sometimes, and sometimes he is working from downtown on Fons Street. That is the mayor of Batibo. He sometimes will work upstation in the premises of Bamendankwe 1 council premises or county premises, local government premises, or go down to Fons Street and works from somewhere there. Talking about the mayor of Bafut and the mayor of Batibo, that is what is going on. Now, I got a message for the mayor of Bamenda. Mr. Mayor, sir, we know that you are a good guy. We know that. We've learned that. We've heard that. But we want you to know, we don't want you to be a victim, to be a statistic when it comes to the casualties in this war. You all know the story of Patrick Ekema. Patrick Ekema thought he could defy Ambazonia restoration fighters throughout this struggle. Of course, we all know the story. We see what the mayor of Bamenda 2 and now the mayor of Bamenda 1 are doing in Bamenda, trying to stop Ghost Town. They shut down shops, people's shops in Nkwen. As I speak, there are shops that are still shut down. They have banned Okada riders from riding in the city of Bamenda, and now the mayor is intimidating people, telling people if you must get your salary, you must come and sleep in your office on Sunday night so you can work on Monday. This is what they are doing, the intimidation that they are doing. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow mayors, I'd like you to know we have intelligence of everything that is going on in your office. They talk say 99 days for the thief, 1 day for the owner. 99 days for the thief, 1 day for the owner. It came out, if you get your own 99 days, but 1 day it become they delete it, they send him packing. We don't want you to lose your families, please. We don't want you to lose your families. Working for a colonial regime that will not even remember you tomorrow. What are you fighting for? Who are you fighting for? Tell me. Let me spend a moment here, speak to you, Ambazonian officials still working for La République du Cameroon. I know that sometimes you are under pressure to do some of these things. But how does it help you after this thing is over? You will have no future if you were known to be on the side of La République du Cameroon. We urge you, if you cannot do what serves your nation, Ambazonia, find a way, get out of there. They are already in the habit of bringing their French citizens to run our territory. The DOs are francophones. Right, you know that. The governors are francophones. The chief of services are francophones. They are just using you Ambazonians to enslave your own people. If you can't do it, we know your heart is not there. There is no doubt about that. Your heart is not there. You are doing it because you are under pressure. But we're urging you, please, do not have your name in the blacklist. If you can't do it, if it is painful, if you are being forced, give up. Leave that damn place and save your life and save that of your family. This is what I can assure you. But let me also assure you that, listen, if you choose not to leave and you choose not to stop taking instructions, these heinous instructions from La République du Cameroon hierarchy, you will pay with your own life. You will surely pay with your own life. We are watching the mayors and the DOs and the SDOs in Mezam and in Bamenda on the sealing of these shops. We are monitoring, we are watching, we gave you up to today, Friday. We gave you up to today, Friday, to unseal every single shop that has been sealed. As I come to you, as I speak to you, there is no information that any shop has been unsealed. Monday will be another ghost town. We want the people out there in Mezam to know we are monitoring the situation, but we have not yet declared a lockdown for Mezam or for Bamenda. We are monitoring the situation, but we have not yet declared a lockdown for Mezam or Bamenda. It could come next week. It could come, any moment from now. We just want you to be ready. We just want you to be ready. If they keep on shutting down the shops and the old ones remain unsealed, this is going to be inevitable. Lockdown will certainly come, and every business, including their government offices too, will then be punished, will then be shut down too. And let me talk about taxes. I read one comment out there coming from La République du Cameroon DOs out there and mayors out there trying to collect taxes, especially in Bamenda. Didn't I hear that their leader, Paul Biya, asked that taxes not be collected in all of Ambazonia because it's a disaster zone, it's a war zone? I thought I saw that statement coming from their president. So how come these colonial officials now want to be collecting taxes? Has Paul Biya revoked that decree? So, listen, our stance has been for you, every one of you out there, the business community. Pay taxes to nobody. You pay taxes to those fraudulent, corrupt officials. That money is going into their pocket. If it doesn't go into their pocket, it will go towards buying more arms, buying ammunition to kill you and to kill your brothers and your sisters. The money for them to buy arms should not come from us, because we know what it is capable of doing. Ladies and gentlemen, I will now open the phone lines. I will now open the phone lines, but before you call, make sure that your television set, make sure that your television set is, the volume of your set is shut down before you call. Most of you out there already know the number, so please, before you call, make sure your television set is, the volume of your television set is shut down. All right. The phone lines, again, they are now open. Go ahead and make the phone call. I like to get the phone call, especially from FACO. If you can get as many calls or callers from FACO, I will be really, that would be very, very exciting. So please, go ahead. The phone lines are open. Make your phone calls. But remember, ladies and gentlemen, I have promised FACO Restoration Forces. Should they give us victory, I want to rely or depend on you. Patriots out there, we will need to put the right armor into the hands of our fighters in FACO to go after La République du Cameroon. Okay, let me get the first caller here. Hello.
Hello, good evening, Secretary Chris.
Good evening, sir. May I know where you are calling from, please?
Yes, I'm calling from the Northern Zone.
Okay. Where precise? What county? What county in the Northern Zone?
Mezam County.
Okay. What is going on there, sir?
Yeah, we have been having a series of attacks from the colonial troops. They have been tormenting our people, tormenting young women in the street. It's actually a sad story, Secretary Chris, where I'm talking. I'm walking in the center of the town. We are sharing tears on a daily basis. They do not really ask men, elderly persons, or elderly women, but when they get to a young, beautiful girl, they stop her, take her ID card, no matter how she's in a state of emergency, they will stop her, deliberately stop her, put her on a chair, touch her buttocks, delay her, some will cry.
Now, hold on there, hold on there, sir, hold on. Talking about attacks, ladies and gentlemen, you find on your screen Bafut Eco Village, a World Heritage Center, destroyed, razed down by French Cameroon terrorist soldiers. That is what they are doing. So I just wanted to let you guys know what you are watching on your screen. And this was done, I think, about 2 days. This happened, I think, 3 days ago. Just about 3 days ago. You can find the date on it on your screen. Yes, go on, sir.
Yes, I'm just hearing this, and I'm about to watch the images you're about to show us. I've not as yet gotten this information that this happened in Bakwa. Yeah, I was talking about how our people are being tormented, young women and so on. That was the first thing I wanted to tell you. And then secondly, there's this lady, Kawala. I've never heard you people talk about Edith Kawala. She's really a black leg. The way the pictures she's spreading about our restoration forces is very sad. In fact, we should do something about that lady. She's claiming that our restoration forces are behind the atrocities that have been committed against our people. There's a question to ask her. I want her to, if she's listening to me.
So, is she actually suggesting that the restoration forces are behind the Mautu incident?
No, I just follow her a couple of hours before I get to you now. She was talking, she had a program on a TV. There was a journalist interviewing her, and she was claiming that our suggestion, she was really claiming that our restoration forces are being misled by a group of people achieve their goal and so on. They are about to, target the civilians, and they are causing atrocities against the people. I was caught by surprise when I heard her saying this. Secretary Chris, this is a serious problem. I think we have to handle that lady. She's really a black leg to us, the way she's speaking. Her one leg is in La Republic. First of all, you know that she's not for our restoration. So she's categorically against our restoration. For that reason, you must understand that she's working for La Republic. And we have to take her seriously because she's giving very wrong information. I don't know if you have once followed her up, her interviews, from local TVs and so on. She's about really to tarnish us and put us down. She was like saying that our solution is not picking on arms. Okay. Forgetting that La Republic protested. She quoted a number of countries that they have, brought their own problems to control by peaceful demonstration and so on. I think we started this struggle by, marching with peace plans.
But listen, she has operated a political party forever, and for as long as I have known her, she's been marching on the streets of Douala forever. Why hasn't that changed the political situation in that country? Well, I know I'm asking a question to the wrong person. Thank you for the call. Please let me get to other callers. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, let me see who is calling here. The Honorable Nelson Ochiba Achundo. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great, Secretary Chris.
Okay, good to have you. What is in your mind, sir?
Thank you for trying to alert our people, to motivate our people. And I want to thank people on Ground Zero that this is the time they need to just sacrifice and boycott all these sporting activities. And I want to ensure them that if they can boycott it, they will send a strong message to the international community. La Republic cannot come with a cosmetic entertainment to try to frustrate our journey to Boya. And I want to also suggest this one. The other day I heard the president said this is time for collective action. Everybody who has something to do that can stop this Nations Cup, they should work collectively so that we can stop the whole show. And again, I heard the president's speech last time. He said he dissolved the FACO defense team pending the appointment of a neutral person. So I don't know if that decision will be revoked or not, because today you presented Reverend Asong as the FACO chair. So is that decision different from the one that the president said? Thank you.
Well, as far as we know, Asong is still in charge of what we are talking about in FACO at the moment. That is why I invited her to speak on that. And of course, I didn't think the president meant that he was firing them. He probably wants to work with them. So, but I think he wants to be able to direct things from the presidency. I think that's what he meant.
Okay, I was just saying so because we have other people who are there working tirelessly to ensure that this thing should be boycotted. So this is time for collaboration. We don't need to come and make things that will.
No. Who are we collaborating with? Do we have two interim governments on the ground? As far as we know, Asong in the FACO county leading the only interim government fighters that we know on the ground. There's nothing like collaboration. There is collaboration between counties, not collaboration between warlords.
Okay, so I just wanted to be clear. Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, sir. Have a great day. All right, so let's see who else is on the line. The phone lines are still open, gentlemen. I see lots of people have been trying to call to no avail. go ahead and make your phone call. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if there is no call, I think I will have to call it a night. I want to thank all of you for tuning in. Let us keep our spirits high and prayers for our boys, our fighters in FACO. We need to be with them, pray for them, make sure that they come out victorious in this battle. We need to make sure they come out victorious in this battle. Unfortunately, I cannot take any more calls. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. We look forward to coming back with updates on the situation in Victoria in the days ahead. So please, it was a pleasure to be here. You have a great night, and God bless.